What is going on, my fairy fans? So today's video is going to be based on what could be Natsu's ultimate form, his final form inside Fairy Tail. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are thinking the same thing, that what kind of form will Natsu end up transforming to in order to stop Acnologia and Zero. Right now inside the manga, we're inside the arc called the Alvarez arc, and I truly believe that that might be the final arc of Fairy Tail. Unfortunately, maybe I could be wrong, but I believe this might be the final arc of Fairy Tail, because Fairy Tail is going to all-out war with Zero, and pretty much at the end of this war, it's going to end once when Zero dies. So a lot of things are going to be revealed soon when it comes to this. Now, question here that we're all thinking is, what kind of form will Hiro give Natsu at the end of Fairy Tail? What kind of form will he have in order to beat Zero? After all, Natsu is a Dragon Slayer, and all Dragon Slayer have a form. We see Natsu go and transform to his Dragon Force a couple times inside the Fairy Tail series. The first time he did it was against Jalal, where we see Dragon Scale in his face. It was really hard to see, but it was there. And then the second time we saw him use it against Zero. And when it comes to Gajeel, he could transform to his Dragon Scale anytime he likes, and that form is where his entire body transformed to iron, and he has scales coming out. And when it comes to Wendy, her Dragon Force is where her hair goes purple and she gets incredible strength, and she has little wings coming out where she could fly and fight for herself. Now the question here is, what kind of form do you guys think Natsu's gonna have? After seeing this and after seeing the final Fairy Tail arc, and spoiler for those who watch the anime, I suggest you don't watch this part, just skip it a little bit. Natsu is END, and having that in mind, Ethan is Natsu Dragneel, and he's also Igneel's son. I believe that his form is going to have a huge impact with those two in it. After sitting down visualizing of what Natsu's form could look like, I finally had a picture of what I feel or I believe Natsu's final form is going to be, the form that he's going to use to kill Zero. I think that when Natsu transforms to his final form, it's going to look like this, where he has wings around his back. He has actually literally wings, dragon wings. It's a mixture of dragon and human put together. So he has wings around his back, and then he has horn that sticks out from his forehead. Two horns come out from his forehead, and I picture that he has horns coming out from his shoulders too, and then his entire body has little spots of dragon scale, but this time the dragon scale is visible, unlike the first Dragon Force where the scale is kind of hard to see. Here you could clearly see it. This is what I think how Natsu form is going to look like, and I believe that once he transforms to this final form, he will end up defeating Zero and Acnologia. He will get summoned up the power that he needs to defeat those two. After all, he does have a hidden weapon under his sleeve, so we don't know what that hidden weapon is. Maybe what I think is that hidden weapon, it could be this new transformation, and that he spent 1 year preparing himself for this new transformation, and now that when he transforms, he's not going to lose his mind like how other anime characters do. When they transform to a new form, they end up losing their mind, they can't understand who they are, and they end up attacking their own friends. I think Natsu could control this form, and that he will be able to. This is what I most likely believe is going to happen, because there was a lot of signs that Hiro showed us that Natsu is going to be having a final form. The upcoming movie Fairy Tail is coming, and knowing Hiro, he's definitely going to make Fairy Tail end with a big bang, where Natsu is transformed to a final form to stop Zero. Now when it comes to Gajeel and Wendy, I don't think their form's going to be something like that, because this is just Natsu. Natsu different from those two. After all, Natsu is, again spoilers for those anime fans, Natsu is END, and on top of that, he is Zero's little brother, a reincarnated version of Zero's brother. I'm pretty sure that has a huge impact of how Natsu's going to turn out in his final form. That's all today, people. Let me know your thoughts on this, and what do you guys think of how Natsu's final form is going to turn out? What do you think is going to, how he's going to look, and how you think it's going to be? Also, I predict that once Natsu is able to transform to this form, once he transforms to his final ultimate form, it will be actually a part of his transformation, so he'll be able to transform into that final form at will. Do you guys like my prediction of how I think his form is going to look? Do you think that goes well with Natsu, or do you think it's going to be something else? Do you think it'll be something plain form where he has flame coming all over his whole body, or do you think it'll be just his Dragon Force form but more advanced? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If there's anything you guys like about this video, what we have to talk about, please drop me a like. That would be amazing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'll really appreciate it. I'm GoForT23. Have an insane day, people.